Okay, fear is actually really the number one reason why we don't go after our dreams. And after watching Finding Nemo, or rewatching it because it's like such a beautiful, cute childhood classic, but after rewatching it, I realized how beautifully it actually showcases us what happens if we let fear run our lives. And also what we can do to start creating our own lives instead of letting fear run this show, because no, that's not how we get our dream lives, baby girls, right? So make sure to watch till the end to get all the goody goodness out of what we can learn from Finding Nemo, because this is a lot. I'm actually really surprised, like there's so much in there. Okay, let's go. Hello, if you're new here, my name is Farin, and I think life is just like a movie, which is why movies to me are so much more than just entertainment. So on this channel specifically, I love to do movie deep dives to really unpack what juiciness there is in every movie that we watch. So if that's something you find interesting, make sure to follow. Finding Nemo is... Oh, by the way, if you haven't watched Finding Nemo, please save this, go watch it and come back, because I am for sure gonna spoiler. Okay, Finding Nemo is actually showing us, through the three main characters, 3 ways fear can play a role in our lives. And I think that's so cool. Like, if you genuinely look at all the 3 characters, you notice how beautifully these characteristics, like these character embody these characteristics. It's just so cool. We first have Marlin. Obviously, Marlin is the example of what happens if you let fear fully consume you and have control over you. Like, our guy Marlin was experiencing some traumatic shit in his past, like the murder of his wife, of his children, and that put him in such a constant state of, like, constant shivering in a way, of being in fear and anxiety. Then we have Nemo, our kiddo, our cutie pie. Nemo is not fully consumed by fear, but because of his upbringing by Marlin, he has a lot of fears in his subconscious, in his programming. So even though he tries to resist the fear and is like, no, Dad, I'm not afraid of this, I'm gonna go touch that boat, all these fears are still there in his subconscious that surface then in those fish tank scenes that we see later on in this movie. And then we have our girl, Dory. I absolutely adore her. Because of her short-term memory loss, it's almost as if Dory has no fear. Like, she knows when something is dangerous. Like, for example, with that light bulb fish, like the fish that like has light bulb, I don't know how it's called. In those situations, she knows, okay, I have to run. Like, this is scary. I have to protect myself. But she does not let fear run her life because she's like constantly forgetting. She doesn't know what it is. And she moves through life with an unbelievable, gorgeous amount of trust and faith. And you know what the cool thing is with this movie? I absolutely adore this. Like, I genuinely, like, sometimes you watch movies and it's just, oh yeah, that was a fun movie, but do you understand what actually, like, there's so much there. So we have Marlin and Dory side by side, and we get a side-by-side comparison of how it looks like with being fully consumed by fear and not fully consumed by fear, but led by trust and faith. We literally can witness it. How much one's perception of life and how much someone like experienced life can change based on if they let fear be in the director's chair or not. Like, let's take the shark scene, for example, okay? While Marlin is fully consumed by his fear and already counting his remaining hours, Dory's just there to have fun. She's just like, yeah, there's a party, I'm there. I'm there. This allows her to actually see behind the facade of this scary shark and see the heart behind it. Make connections, make new friends. And also intuitively, by doing that, helps them find the next clue to how they can find Nemo. Marlin would have never, ever found Nemo if it wasn't for Dory. Because here's the thing about fear. It keeps you stuck. It keeps you where you are. And I think it's so, again, so brilliant. Because with this movie, it's literally, Marlin would have never traveled across the entire ocean and have that journey without Dory. So he would have literally stayed where he was after the boat went. I think that's so cool. Isn't that cool? I just love it. So with Dory, we actually get some sort of blueprint on how we can approach life. And that is with trust and unbelievable delusional faith in yourself and in the people around you. Like, don't get me wrong, fear is a very important emotion, and we know that the reason why Marlin is so stuck in fear is actually so valid. The scene with the fish at the beginning, so valid. He was so valid to be afraid of that fish and be like, babes, come back into the anemone. Anemone. Anemone? The fear of the shark, for example, also valid because the majority of sharks are very dangerous. But while it is important to protect ourselves, it is so important to not let fear be the force of our actions, to be the driving force behind our actions. Yeah. In my last video, I actually briefly mentioned how I was super stuck in fears and anxieties and these programmings inside my head, just like Marlin. And I think that's so funny because I actually did not plan this. But that's how life works. Like, I was really stuck in these loops of, I am weak, I can't do this, it's too dangerous. Other people might be able to do this, I'm not able to do this. Like, literally in this mindset of the ocean is too big, too dangerous, too wild, too untrustworthy for me to survive or even have fun or anything. And I genuinely felt like my whole life was just passing by while I was stuck at home with my fears and the negative beliefs that kept me there, that I had in my subconscious. And with Nemo, we actually see how we can tackle those negative beliefs within us and transform them. Let them dissolve so they no longer also control our subconscious. Like Marlin is consciously and subconsciously controlled by fear, Nemo is subconsciously controlled by his fears. And just like the medicine that Dory gives us with trust and faith, he receives that medicine in those fish tank environments, like the fish tank gang. They trust in him, they have faith in him, and they treat him like any other fish, even though he has a disability. Especially with Gil, who kind of acts like this second father figure to him, really showing him like, yeah, man, I have a injured fin as well. I'm fine. I'm totally fine. I'm just as fish as the other fish. And that allows Nemo in his programming to finally get a new perspective on things. Like, oh, okay, wait, I always believed this. Maybe there's also a different way of seeing things. It's like a new perspective shift. But trust and faith and a new perspective shift is not enough to truly get over it. It is all those things paired with something that Marlin represents, and that is determination. Determination. Mr. Marlin, nothing was keeping him from getting his son. Nothing. The possibility of not finding Nemo was not even a possibility in his head. It was just not there. And that is the driving force for him. That is why he doesn't give up. And once Nemo hears of this determination of his dad, who crossed the entire ocean for him, it ignites the determination in himself as well. And that allows him to go into that pipe and do the things without any fear. Because without that determination, fear still had that power over him. So when he failed the first time, he kind of even got validated. Like, oh my God, maybe I am too weak. Maybe I am not capable. Maybe I am doomed. Maybe I really cannot do anything. Maybe I am the prey. But with that determination, the coin was flipped. So what can we learn, babe? Let me summarize. First, have unbelievable faith in yourself. One of my favorite scenes of this movie is the whale scene. Dory really showcases us. We don't need to be validated by others to truly know what we are capable of. She knew she could speak whale, and even though Marlin was going crazy and like, oh, you're so crazy, like, you cannot talk to whales, like, stop with that nonsense. She was just like, you know what, no, I can't speak whale, and like sings her whaley tunes and just stays true herself because she has faith in herself and in her capabilities. And then the second thing, have faith in the world around you. People are so much more nicer than we let ourselves believe. They are so much more willing to help and support you than we let ourselves believe. The world is so much more beautifuler than we let ourselves believe. Like the amount of support and help Marlin and Dory and Nemo got is actually so beautiful because that's actually how the world is. If you go out, you will always find support, especially if you're pure at heart, like our girl Dory. Like there's this one scene with these school of fish where Marlin sometimes is like not pure of heart because he's so consumed by fear, and the fish are like, we don't want to help you. But Dory, pure at heart and staying true to herself, she always finds help. Like, she has memory loss, but she is not lost. Dang, that hit. That hit. I did not script that. My God. Okay, and the third thing that we can learn is determination. Don't give up. Fully believe in what you are capable to do and what you're able to achieve in this life. Fully believe that you are really meant to reach that goal, to be that person. Be so determined that this outcome is already happening, and life will arrange everything for you so it will happen. One thing that I also want to add, which I found really refreshing to see also for myself and my own experience, I also experienced how it is to not only myself be consumed by fear, but also people that are near to be consumed by fear. And the thing is, when you let fear run your life, you not only are hurting yourself, but also the people close to you. And we see that with both Dory and Nemo. Marlin, even though he does not mean to do it, he genuinely wants the best for both characters. He hurts them unintentionally. Nemo in a mental and emotional way, and Dory literally in a physical way with those jellyfish. So I really invite you, don't let fear be the boss. Notice the fear. Be grateful for the fear. Because like I mentioned, it's actually a really good emotion because it showcases you that you need to keep yourself safe. You need to take care of yourself. You don't need to be headless and overly naive. Like, we still, like, the world is great, but it's still not 100% sunshine and rainbows. So a good amount of fear is always so important. But the moment it starts to block you from your life and from truly, fully living, that's when you know, nope, that's not it. That's too much. That is fear consuming you. It's holding you back, keeping you stuck. Nuh-uh. In those cases, activate your inner Dory and just go for it. Alrighty, that's it with the video. You know what? I find it so interesting that these two videos happened to be about an emotion. Like, last time it was anger, so if you haven't watched that video, make sure to watch it. And this time it's fear, and I did not plan this. Let me know your thoughts below about this topic. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, make sure to follow and like. And I'll see you in the next video. Sending love. Bye bye.